All right, I got some more TUMs, Unit 10, and then we'll get into Unit 9 as well. So this is still page 105. Let me zoom out a little bit. And this is the trapezoid question. So we have 3 measurements here, but keep in mind that this and this is the top and the bottom of trapezoid ABFE, but this measure is also the top of trapezoid EFCD. So I've got A, B, F, E, and E, F, C, D. And I want to know about the length of DC. So that's going to correspond to EF. So EF is 4.5. So I'm going to put 4.5. And I don't know what the other length is, so I'm going to put in X here. Okay, so this is the bottom of this one, so I'm also going to put the top up here, which is 3, and then I'm going to put the top of this one, the top of this trapezoid right here, which is 4.5. 4.5. Okay, now I'm going to cross multiply and divide. Or I could figure out what I do from 3 to get to 4.5, and it's technically times 1.5, because 4.5 divided by 3 equals 1.5, and then I multiply that by 4.5. So 4.5 times 1.5 will give us my answer. All right, let's go back to page 101, because I don't think I covered that in the video. 101. All right, so remember, make a proportion. We're given a number 3/5 x 10. Find a relationship or cross multiply and divide. Here you could multiply by 2 and do the top by 2, or you could do 30 divided by 5, which will be 6. Okay, that's just an example. So for number 1, it says the Walters' backyard pool is rectangular in shape and is similar to the rectangle formed by their fenced backyard. The pool measures 10 feet long and 8 feet wide. Those are measurements that we need. If the length of the backyard is 35 feet long, what is the width of the backyard? So I'm going to do length over width. I have 10 over 8 equals, this says 35 feet long, so long is going to go on top. 35 and x. Okay, I can simplify this 10/8 to be 5/4. Then I could say 35 over x. How do I get from 5 to 35? And I'll do the same thing down here to the 4. Number 2, Anissa loves boats. She creates a scale drawing of a sailboat as shown. There's my rate. 1 centimeter equals 1.5 meters. If the height of the sailboat in Anissa's drawing is 3 centimeters, what is the height in meters of the actual boat? So I've got 1 centimeter over 1.5 meters, and then I have 3 centimeters. Centimeters has to go on top. X. How do you get from 1 to 3? Do the same thing to the 1.5. Number 3. Triangle RST and triangle UVW are similar right triangles. Triangle RST has legs that measure 9 inches and 12 inches. That's my ratio. If the longer leg, that means the longer number of triangle UVW measures 42 inches, what is the length of the shorter leg of triangle UVW? All right, so I've got 42 inches as my long side, and that's going to go on the bottom because this is the long side. 9 is the short. Let's simplify though. 9/12 can be reduced to 3/4. 42 is my long side. X is my short side. I don't know what it is. You can cross multiply and divide, or figure out what you need to do to multiply by 4 to get to 42, and do the same thing to get to X from 3. Number 4. Sanjia calculated the distance between his home in New Orleans, Louisiana. The scale on the map showed that half an inch represents 20 miles. If the distance between Sanjia's home and New Orleans is 7¼ inches on the map, what is the actual distance in miles from his home to New Orleans? I need the miles. So I've got inches and I've got miles. Half an inch is 20 miles. And I have 7¼ inches on X miles. How do you get from 50 cents to $7.25? Do the same thing to the 20. Number 5. Triangle XYZ is similar to triangle RST. What is the perimeter of RST? So perimeter is where you add all sides. So in order to get from 6 to 15, I have to multiply by some number. So I'm going to TiVo 15 divided by 6. 6 goes into 15 twice. 2 times 6 is 12. 3, bring down the 0, 2.5. So times 2.5. So I need to multiply this by 2.5 and multiply this by 2.5. Then I'll get the length of RT and SR. Once I do this and this and 15, I'm going to add those numbers. Add the circled products. Okay, I've already done 6 times 2.5 and gotten 15. Now I need to do 4 times 2.5 and 5 times 2.5 and then add those two answers to 15. Then I will get my answer, which is somewhere down here. All right, page 102. A scale drawing of a rectangular park measures 6½ inches long and 4 inches wide. If the scale used for the drawing is 2 inches equals 5 yards, there's my rate. 2 inches is 5 yards. What is the actual length? So I really didn't need both of these. I only needed the long side. So that's 6½ All right, so 6.5 inches goes on top, X yards goes on bottom. I don't know how many yards that is, but I need to find out. I can cross multiply and divide by 2. 6.5 divided by 5 times 2. Get your answer. All right, for number 2 on page 102. Triangle BCD is similar to triangle ACE. If the triangles are isosceles, what is the length of AB? So this is 5, and then I need this side here. So I am going to, my small triangle, I'm going to make my rate. So my ratio is 5 to 2.75. 5 to 2.75 equals, what do I know? 22 down here and X. Okay? So I'm going to cross multiply and then divide by 2.75. But I already have 5 centimeters here, so I want to know the difference. So I'm going to get this answer, 22 times 5 divided by 2.75. Then I'm going to subtract 5. because I already have this part right here. I need just from here to here. I don't need that whole side. Okay, and isosceles means that these two sides of the triangle are equal and these two sides up here are equal. Let's work this one out. 22 times 5 is 110. Divided by 2.75 minus 5, I believe. Yes. All right, 110 divided by 2.75. Use my resources here. That's 40 minus 5 equals, you do the rest. All right, last one. Okay, last one for now. A scale map states that 2 inches equals 25 miles. That's my ratio. 2 inches, 25 miles. If the distance from Dallas to Houston on the map is 19.2 inches, what is the actual distance in miles? So I'm going to put 19.2 inches on top, X here, cross multiply, then divide. All right, good luck, y'all.